Hi guys, Aceface back with another video for you, and welcome to another Wargaming Weekly, the weekly show where we go over all the news, rumours, tournament information and anything else beside Wargaming related. So thanks for joining us. As always, please do hit the like and the subscribe button. It helps me absolutely loads, and if you would like to support me on Patreon, there's a link down below, so jump over to that. Thank you to my sponsor Wargames. Do check out Wargames for all your hobby goodness and needs. And let's start off with a little bit of news. So as you watching this video, you've now got the option to actually buy all your new Thousand Suns, because they have been released on pre-order at Games Workshop. So very exciting stuff. So a really wicked looking range. So you've got Magnus, who we've been waiting for some time now. He looks epically cool. We've got the standard Thousand Suns rubric marines, the Terminators, the funny looking Beastman guy. We've also got Sorcerers and of course Ahriman. So a really cool range. You've got a supplement book, which is the continuation of the Fenris campaign, which looks like it'd be an awesome story in itself. And we've got the option of a limited edition version as well, which comes with all its goodness. And they did, I'm rolling my eyes because it's embarrassing how Games Workshop can't sort their dice out, but they did have dice available as well that have already gone, so don't try and get them unless you want to pay ridiculous money on eBay. But anyway, I digress. So if you're interested in getting any of that Thousand Suns goodness, then do jump over to Wargames. Magnus will be the deal of the week, so you're looking at a huge hefty discount on the big guy himself. So do jump over and grab that, and also grab any other Thousand Suns goodness you're looking for. Of course, Blood Bowl's out now, and I know that Martin's got quite a few copies of those, so if you're after Blood Bowl, then grab them there as well. So some really cool stuff, some exciting stuff that is launching, and it looks like Games Workshops are not going to let up, because it looks like there's loads more good stuff around the corner to come. So yeah, really exciting, but we'll try not to kind of infringe too much on that as we go into the rumours section a little bit later. So yeah, so really cool stuff. The Thousand Suns are just absolutely, I love them. I had a Thousand Suns army, and in fact if you check back through the archives, you'll see I did a video on my Thousand Suns army. Really cool army. I loved it, but it just played so poorly that slowly but surely it just became optimised until it became not really a Thousand Suns army at all. It became a Helldrake army with cultists and demon princes, so it just didn't really work. So I kind of abandoned that and got rid of that, even though I'm quite sad I got rid of it now, looking at all this cool stuff that they've released. But that's always what happens. If you can afford to, hang on to your minis, because it's surprise eventually it all turns around and you get some cool stuff and some cool rules in the end. But yeah, we'll go and talk a bit more about the Thousand Suns in the rumour section. So tournaments now, loads and loads of cool tournaments going on. So as we build up to obviously the LVO, we've got the London GT tickets are selling well there. Do jump over and grab your tickets for that. And we've also got, of course, the Last Chance Open. All tickets sold out, but it seems like it's going to be an awesome event. Loads and loads of cool people going along, and that's going to be a wicked event. And of course, after that, you'll start to see the updates and the news on when you can get hold of your Northwest Open tickets, because we have a feeling, just off the success of the last two events, well, this event and the coming event, those tickets are not going to hang around. So definitely jump over to like the Wargames Facebook page, to the Wargames website, and make sure you're keeping tabs, because the tournament tickets will go up on there, and when they're gone. We've got No Retreat coming up, which I'm going to talk to you a little bit about in a minute. So there'll be the next No Retreat in January, which sounds like that's going to be a lot of fun. I've just come back from Norwich, which is the Conflict tournament. That was absolutely awesome. Really cool event. The guys do a great job there. So loads of fun tournament stuff that's either happened or happening around the corner. The UK scene seems to be absolutely taking off at the moment, which is amazing to see. And I think, you know, it's going to go from strength to strength. There's a lot of people that just want to make the tournaments bigger, better. So it can't be bad for the community. And with Games Workshop very much latching on to the fact that people actually want to play these games in a tournament setting, I would be very surprised if we don't by at least by mid next year to end of next year at the latest start to see Games Workshop ramping up their own efforts. So yeah, tournaments it's a real healthy cool place to be in if you're a tournament player, and if you don't play tournaments, it's a good time to jump on board and give it a go, because they're a lot of fun. Whatever kind of level player you are, whatever you kind of, you know, whatever floats your boat, tournaments are a lot of fun and worth giving a go. So that's tournaments. Now, kind of as a side note from tournaments, I happen to have a little box that came through the door. So let's grab my little box. So this came through the door. So I've taken my address off, but ooh, look, a little Ace Face logo. How cool is that? Yeah. So you might guess what this is, but I thought, you know, let's open it up for you guys right here on camera. So, okay, I'm going to rip this open. Exciting stuff. Cool. So, what's in the box? Let's have a little look. Let's open it up. Da, da, da. So let's have a little rifle through. There's a little note. I'm not going to read it now. Got some little sweets, because why not? Some little paper to keep things all nice and safe and sound, and a cool little envelope. An envelope inside a box, inside a box, inside a box. So let's have a look what's in here. If I can get it open. Let's have a look. Da -da -da. It's a shiny, it's like getting a golden ticket. Congratulations to John, that's me, from England, funny enough. You have successfully been chosen for No Retreat 4, and this will give you a little bit of excitement, guys. Army Tau Empire. So the Tau will be making a return. So yeah, we're going for it. We're going to take the Tau. We're going to see how they get on at No Retreat. I'm already coming up with some very cool little lists, but if you haven't already, now I do talk about these guys a lot. They put a lot of hard work in. They are absolutely amazing in the community, so do jump over, and I'll leave a link below to the SM Battle Reports team. Great bunch of lads, really amazing battle reports, written battle reports, and even they're starting to do some video work as well, but really cool. This event is the absolute creme de la creme. It is the most prestigious event there probably is anywhere in the world now. It's that good. Real special type event. So very proud to be going, very proud to be, you know, representing the channel, representing for you guys. We'll see how we get on this year. It'll be interesting one, obviously very close to Vegas, very close to the Last Chance Open, but I thought I'd give the Tau a chance to shine. Let's see whether we can dust off the Tau and see whether they can do some work. So yeah, very exciting. Thank you very much, SM Battle Reports. I am absolutely chuffed to bits with this. I cannot wait to see you in January. Okay, so let's move on to the rumours section. So this rumours section is always, as I always say, is just rumours. It's stuff taken from the internet, from all different sources. Some of it may be true, some of it might not be, some of it's more reliable than others. It's a combination, so hopefully it's something that will interest you, something that you're going to get something from. So let's start off with 1,000 Suns, as they are the big hot topic at the moment. And we're starting to see some leaked information in regards to both Magnus's stat line and also some formations and some special rules. So, some exciting stuff. Some stuff, the initial rumours were a lot more powerful, as quite often they are. They're toning down a little bit, but there's still some very, very funky stuff in there. So let's start with Magnus. He has an incredible stat line. I mean, you're talking at like 8 wounds, like strength 9, toughness 8. Obviously a flying monstrous creature, but not a gargantuan flying monstrous creature, which is very, very interesting. Because depending on, we haven't really seen his special rules, so we've just seen his stat line. So depending on his special rules, that could mean that he could be instant death by stuff. So yeah, there's not going to be lots and lots of stuff, but force weapons, there's going to be stuff in there that could potentially, really, really hurt him. Stomp, for instance. So yeah, that's quite big. So if he's not Eternal Warrior, that might be a bit frightening, but we'll have to wait and see with that. But his stat line looks incredible. We know he's a Mastery level 5, which is the first Mastery level 5 in the game, which is awesome in itself. And from what people are saying, he's going to have access to like 15 different powers or whatever, so he's going to be a beast. But there's a lot of talk of 500 points plus this guy's going to be, so he's going to be quite a lot of points, but we think that potentially he'll be worth them. We'll have to wait and see with that. As far as the formations, it looks like the kind of core formation will mean taking a bit of everything, so a few of the Rubric Marines, a few Terminators, a few Sorcerers, Araman, whatever. But that will give you a +1 to your Invon save for being 1,000 Suns, which is really, really cool. And it'll also give you reroll 1s, which is nice, the Zinchi flavour, and also lots of rerolls to hits. So I think these guys are going to be pretty good, pretty good. I don't think they're going to be very cheap, so I think it's going to be a pretty elite army. I think we're talking like Grey Knight style elite stuff. But so they're going to have to depend quite heavily on their psychic powers to make them very difficult to deal with. But also the fact that it looks like you will be able to mix them with Tzeentch demons. That sounds pretty cool. So obviously you could always ally, but it looks like potentially almost in the way that Khorne Demon King could kind of mix them, it looks like maybe you can do that with Tzeentch. So that would be cool. And then new rules for horrors, for what we're hearing. So the horrors are going to go back to as they used to, which is kind of once you kill them, they kind of split into 2 blue horrors, and then it looks like they're probably split into 2 of the brimstone horrors, which means that potentially we could have units of horrors all over the board, which is going to mean a few things. One, people are going to need to get hold of a lot of silver towers to get all these demons, but also they could be quite competitive. Lots and lots of demons generating lots of warp charge is a quite frightening thought. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts on that are, but I think they could be pretty good. And it looks like there will be a new Warp Storm chart, so you can have a Tzeentch themed Warp Storm, which is always fun, adds another layer to the game, potentially can be quite buffing, but also can be quite dangerous towards the army, so I'm sure that will be the same sort of thing. So yeah, really, really cool stuff. So loads more stuff that's coming out on it, but that's your kind of a little bit about the 1,000 Suns. Also, what we're starting to hear about now is a bit about story, and we know that obviously Magnus is trying to open up a warp way, so he can get the demons to flood out from Fenris to kind of find a shortcut to get towards the Imperium. So that sounds like an exciting little spin to the story, and it's definitely kind of a start to an acceleration of the 13th Crusade. So really, really cool there. So lots of fluff stuff, lots of fun. Going to be a very, very interesting book. I think one would be a really, really good read. So what we're getting from that though is lots of rumours now around what's going to happen next. So it doesn't look like Lima Russ is going to is going to show up. It doesn't sound like it, you know. I reckon he's too feral and he's kind of lost in the warp somewhere. He just probably doesn't even know his own name, let alone where his space wolves are. He's so far gone, so probably won't see Lima Russ. Interesting though, I kind of, it doesn't sound like it, but in my mind we should see the lion, because obviously the lion is in the rock just above Fenris at the moment, and it'd be a good opportunity for him to eventually, you know, make amends for, you know, for taking the glory at times and not necessarily getting on very well with the Space Wolves, and maybe he'll make a showing. But the rumours are that's not the case. The rumours, and they're very early rumours, and they've been buzzing around for a while, but the rumours are the next two Primarchs will be Gulliman, will be the or Gilliman, or whatever you want to call him, the Ultra Smurfs. Big Papa is next to come, and it sounds like he'll be in some sort of dreadnought suit, which is pretty cool. You can imagine two big power fists and what have you, so that'd be quite cool. But apparently he's the next, and then they're saying that after that, you know, old No Head is going to make a comeback. So that seems a bit funny, but we'll have to wait and see whether that is the case. But yeah, that's what people are saying. So interesting stuff as this kind of N times 40k kind of ramps up. We're going to see lots more big kits, lots more wacky cool rules, so we'll see what happens as things kind of escalate out. But a lot of fun to come if you're interested in the fluff and you like your big sort of funky models. I think it's going to be a good time to be interested in the game. So that's most of the rumours for today. There's lots more buzzing around at the moment, which I'll bring to you next week. I haven't got any lists or anything, but what I would say is if you've got questions for me, then please do chuck them in the comments below, and I will do my best to answer them next week. It's always good to hear what you want to know. So thanks again for watching, guys. Hope you've enjoyed this episode. Until the next one, please do like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now.